Saying goodbye, is it painful? Could it be casual or hopeful? Today we will be thinking about goodbyes. Did you know that goodbye was originally God be with E? When we were kids, we used to perform the song, So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. So the younger ones, that is my sister and I, would be behind our older sisters and we would pop out and say, cuckoo, cuckoo. That was a casual and, in fact, a fun goodbye. But goodbyes can be painful too, especially if you have no hope of seeing your loved one again, ever. I'm sure you can remember some goodbyes which were a little painful, maybe. Maybe we could just think about it and pause the video and share with one another. I remember one goodbye that left a gap in my life, and that was when my husband to be, Basil, went off to Dubai to work on an oil rig. After spending so much time together every day, I knew that life would be different. But there was hope, because now our dream of getting married was much closer. In those days, the first question the girl's father asked was, "Can you support a family?" My father did the same. And that was right. So now, if Basil's job worked out well, then we could think about our future together. Before Basil left, he left an audio cassette of love songs for me to listen to. He always did his serenading through pop music because he said if I sang, everyone would run away. One of the songs that used to ring in my ears was Amokoriki, which means if God is willing. It went like this. Amokoriki, Amokoriki, Amokoriki. The Lord willing, I'll be with you. A distant journey, a safe tomorrow. Amokoriki. And I'll hold you like I've always wanted to. Of course, our dreams did come true, as you may have guessed. Within a few months, we got engaged. That's our engagement. Then we were married. And now we have the joy of being together, the blessing of children and grandchildren and sons and daughter-in-law. Now you may be wondering, what has all this got to do with the ascension of the Lord? In today's readings, the apostles say goodbye to their beloved friend and master, and they must have felt the pain of parting. And yet there was hope. What do you think took the pain out of their goodbye? Let's read from today's liturgy and see if you can pick out the words that brought light and hope to the apostles. A reading from the Gospel of St. Matthew, and we're also putting in a bit from the first reading, Acts, so that we get a full picture. While Jesus was staying with his apostles, he ordered them not to leave Jerusalem, but to wait there for the promise of the Father. He said, "This is what you heard from me. For John baptized with water, but you will be baptized with the Holy Spirit not many days from now. You will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, in all Judea, in Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." Now the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain to which Jesus had directed them. When they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. And Jesus came and said to them, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything that I have commanded you. And remember, I am with you always, to the end of the age." When he had said this, as they were watching, he was lifted up, and a cloud took him out of their sight. the word of the Lord. So did you find some words of hope in the reading? So I'm giving you the words of Jesus again, so you can quickly look through, maybe pause the video and share what you have noticed, what you think would have brought them hope. So let's do it together. Jesus said, "You will be baptized with the Holy Spirit not many days from now." This was the big ray of hope. Jesus had already told them a lot about the Holy Spirit and what he would do for them. And now he says, "I'm sending him very soon." Do you know how soon it was? How many days later did the Spirit come? Just 10 days. What else gave the apostles hope? According to Jesus, what would the Holy Spirit do in them? What did Jesus say? They would receive power and they would become witnesses of Jesus in the whole world. And we know that these promises did come true. After the Spirit came, the apostles began to do all that Jesus did, heal and preach and even raise the dead to life. Now, Jesus also said something about himself. What did he say? This also brought hope and confidence. He said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." Jesus was giving them a hint as to what was going to happen soon. They only saw him going into the sky, and then a cloud came in the way, and they saw nothing more. But what happened beyond that cloud? Let's look at the second reading, where St. Paul says, "God seated him at his right hand in the heavenly places, far above all rule and authority and power and dominion, and above every name that is named, not only in this age, but also in the age to come. And he has put all things under his feet." This is something just a little too much to understand or believe. Suppose a friend of yours became the police chief of your city. You'd feel pretty safe around in your city, right? And if your friend became the prime minister of your country, that would make you feel very confident too. So when the apostles realized that their friend was now king of heaven and earth, above everything, all power, it must have given them a lot of confidence. Now, there's one more reason why the apostles felt even more comforted. What did Jesus say? "Remember, I am with you always to the end of the age." So Jesus was going away physically, but he says, "I'm still going to be around." And Jesus always spoke the truth, so they believed. Now, just like the apostles, when my man went away, I still had something. I had his letters, I had his audio tape to listen to, and I also had that hope that the separation is only temporary. There was a wonderful life together to look forward to. So, what does the ascension mean? It means that Jesus went away physically and he will return at the end of time. But we still have so much to give us joy and hope. What do we have? We have the Holy Spirit with us. We have Jesus very close to us, every moment, every place, every situation. And best of all, we have the hope that one day we will have a wonderful reunion with our beloved friend, our King. And Jesus even called himself our bridegroom. Do you believe Jesus' words? He said, "You will receive the Holy Spirit. You will receive power. You will be my witnesses." All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me, and I am with you always to the end of the age. Do you believe that he's saying the very same words to you? Today, just receive these words, believe them, take them to heart. And as you sit with Jesus, let your heart be filled with hope and confidence. So, like the disciples of Jesus, let's wait and pray for a fresh and new infilling of the Holy Spirit. There's just 1 week to go.